full-size compact sedans are sort of becoming like a rare species these days, almost on the brink of extinction, according to some at least. But that isn't the case with Skoda. In fact, they have quite a lineage when it comes to the traditional three-box design. In India, they've had the Superb, the Laura, the Octavia, and more recently, the Rapid. And then there's this, the brand new Skoda Slavia. So, what's it like? Can it forward Skoda's proud lineage of sedans? Well, we're here in sunny Goa to answer all those questions for you. So, let's get cracking. Although this is a completely new car, there's no denying the fact that it is a Skoda. The signature grille up front with a generous dose of chrome around it looks quite imposing. The LED headlamps with the L-shaped DRLs and crystalline detailing look extremely premium. The lines on the bonnet and the sides give the Slavia an uncluttered and muscular appeal. However, the 16-inch alloy wheels could have been slightly bigger, but they look pretty great nonetheless. Around the back, it's the same good news. The Slavia has quite an elegant back end, thanks to the wraparound LED tail lamps and the chrome strip on the rear bumper. As one would expect, it's all clean lines and business as usual with the Slavia. But what's the scene like on the inside? Let's start with the back. Now, the Slavia has the longest wheelbase in its segment and is also the widest and the tallest. And that is pretty visible here as well. As you can see, I have plenty of knee room and the headroom is just about decent, although a 6-foot person would feel a little bit of discomfort here. Also, you get rear AC vents with 2 Type-C chargers, and these seats can be folded down to double the boot space from 521 litres to 1050 litres. But what's the news in the front seat? And the news in the front is pretty good as well. Now you get the 2-spoke steering wheel from the Kushaq, but the most important bits here are the 2 ventilated seats and the digital instrument cluster, which comes with 3 different modes. Also, this fairly large touchscreen sits nicely in the middle of the dashboard, which is quite well laid out. I particularly like the circular AC vents and the ambient lighting. Overall, pretty upmarket. And since we are in the hot seat, it's time to get a move on. The Slavia is based on the MQB OIN platform, which also underpins the Kushaq. That immediately translates into a great balance between enthusiastic handling and great ride comfort. In fact, the Slavia feels slightly more grounded thanks to its body shape. We got a chance to sample both the 1 litre and the 1.5 litre engines, both in manual spec, but today we'll be focusing on the 1 litre 3-cylinder TSI motor that produces 115 horsepower and 175 Nm of torque, and as mentioned before, comes paired to a 6-speed manual transmission. Once again, this engine doesn't really feel particularly stressed despite its size. There's a nice surge of power around the 2000 RPM mark, and the 999cc engine does a perfectly good job of moving things along in a hurry. In the corners, the Slavia feels quite confident, but the suspension setup does feel slightly more biased to ride comfort. That said, the quality of the ride on the Slavia is absolutely excellent. The brakes too feel quite sharp, and the Slavia overall does feel like a driver's car. That's not all though. Skoda has also made sure that the Slavia feels safe and secure with a number of standard features displayed here. So, what's the verdict then? Let me run you through some important facts once again. Now, the Slavia is the widest and the tallest in its segment, and it also has the longest wheelbase. It also comes with the most powerful engine in the form of the 1.5 litre TSI motor. And if you're on a budget, there's always the brilliant little 1 litre too. Overall, it strikes quite a nice balance between ride comfort, dynamic handling, upmarket interiors, and good looks.
And if Skoda can get the pricing right, well, it seems like they may have another winner on their hands.